You evil boys and girls out there, how to prank your dive buddy? You could have gone for photography tips or how to tell if your buddy is narked, but no, you want to know how to prank your buddy. First of all, you have to consider your subject and their skill level, so you don't, kill them or anything on accident. But there are some pretty fun ways that you can screw around with your buddy in the water. So, hi, I'm Mark, and I have absolutely zero prior knowledge to any of these, I swear. I just did the research, and this is 5 ways to prank your fellow scuba diver. Number 1, the cold foot. Starting off with a fairly painless one, as long as your dive buddy doesn't, have any allergies to food dye. We all know the unpleasant feeling of putting on your wetsuit boots before the second dive. But would you notice if that dark black boot had some food dye in it? With a bit of food dye in your boot, you can go for the dive and your foot will stew in it for an hour or so in that blue food dye and slowly change the colour of your foot. So you come out with a big blue foot, or, whatever colour foot you prefer. Just avoid anybody with food allergies, as I said, or is, a foot model or something.
And don't go for red dye.
Yeah, red dye looks like blood, so tell the crew.
Yeah.
Number 2, hot under the collar. This one I save for particularly annoying divers and only requires a small bottle of hot sauce and time alone with their regulators. You can probably already see where this is going, but apply a small amount of hot sauce to the victim's mouthpiece and leave it in the sun to dry for as long as possible. This sun-dried hot sauce won't be immediately noticeable during a passive buddy check, but once the mouthpiece is moistened after about a minute or so in the water, then the effects of the spice will be noticeable, shall we say. Again, check for food allergies and leave their alternate so that they have, something to breathe from if they can't take the heat.
You got your dive buddy trying to reach for your octo, you're like, get off! Or you put
the hot sauce on your octo. Number 3, the Tug of the Fin. This one is geographically limited, I'm afraid. I head to the Farne Islands as much as possible to dive with the seals, as they're known to be a little mischievous and nibble your fins as you swim clumsily along. So whilst you're diving along, you often feel a little tug of a playful seal on your fin tip, but you have to turn really gently as to not scare the seal away. The prank itself is pretty easy, just tickle the tips of your buddy's fins and give them a little tug and wait for them to very carefully turn around only to see your ugly mug. You can modify this in shark-infested waters and just grab your buddy's calf muscle really hard if you want to scare them half to death. Number 4, the Sweetest Nudibranch. Nudibranchs are cute, small and colourful, so at a distance they can be hard to spot. Before the dive, pop a colourful boiled sweet into your pocket and during the dive, place it on a rock. Get your buddy's attention, give them the little nudibranch signal so that they come over, and whilst you're pointing it out, just grab it and pop it in your mouth. Just make sure that you do actually grab the sweet and not an actual nudibranch. This also works for gold diggers with chocolate coins, so you can see the disappointment of finding something shiny in the rocks and realising it's not actually worth the foil it's printed on. Number 5, the trailer. Swimming long distances can be tough, and your buddy, to be honest, could do with spending some more time at the gym, so hook a short line with a loop at one end onto your buddy's tank valve in the water and let them do all the hard work. Novices will just hold onto the valve with their hand, but you can actually feel the extra weight as you move in the water. With a short line, they can even turn around and see you a few feet away, so it couldn't possibly be you slowing them down. The line will give just enough so that they'll feel the drag of pulling you around, but not the solid grip of your hand or accidentally kick you being too close behind. Just keep the rope fairly short to avoid entanglements. So there are a few not so nasty pranks out there that you can use on your fellow divers. Research proves that there are some pretty nasty so-called pranks out there, so do be careful and make sure that you don't prank the wrong person. In some ways, knowing about these pranks actually makes you a better prepared and more observant diver, constantly checking your gear is in working order. Thanks for watching, guys, and safe diving. We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.